Welcome back to Plants Not Plastic. I'm Nikita, and today I'm going to show you how to make black bean patties that are delicious, inexpensive, simple, healthy, whole food, plant-based, low-fat, and oil-free. Black bean patties are a pretty standard vegan hamburger alternative, but I've always been bothered by how easily they fall apart. So in today's recipe, I wanted to make a patty that would hold together well and taste better than the boring black bean patty you might be used to. It also happens to be gluten-free. These patties are also really easy to make and even store great in the fridge or freezer, so you can pre-make them and throw them on to cook later. But before we get started, if you've been hanging around or this is your first time here, thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe and click the bell so you get notifications every time I put out a new video. I release new content weekly. Would love to have you stick around and appreciate the support. So here's everything you need to make this recipe. I'll also leave everything in the description box below, along with a link to the blog post with a printable recipe card. You'll start by dicing the onion, mincing the garlic, and cooking them up in a pan to caramelize and pull out some of that great flavor. I've seen recipes where people put raw onion and garlic into a patty batter, and will tell you that taking the extra time to cook your veggies first is going to make a huge difference in the overall flavor, so don't skip it. If you're using a nonstick pan and you want your onions super caramelized, you can also add a splash of water in the middle of them cooking once you've gotten some browning on the bottom of the pan. That will get that browned stuff up and put it back into the onions, and then wait for the water to cook off a second time. When you turn off the heat, let the onions and garlic sit in the pan for a little bit, and the moisture that's left in them is going to make sure that anything that was stuck to the bottom of the pan comes unstuck and you can put it into the actual batter. While you've got those veggies going, you'll set up your flax egg to thicken, rinse and completely drain your black beans, and then mash them in a medium mixing bowl. If you're quick, you can even manage to measure out all of your spices before your onions and garlic are finished cooking. Paprika, onion powder, garlic, pepper, salt, soy sauce or tamari, and ketchup or tomato paste. Add the onion and garlic to your mixing bowl along with your flax egg, which should be good and thick now, and a half cup of the oat flour before mixing everything thoroughly. From there, you'll add more oat flour, a quarter cup at a time, until you get a texture where you can easily form a patty with clean, dry, cool hands without it melting and falling apart, where it will stick to itself rather than you. If you're working with the batter on a warmer day, you can also chill your batter for 10 to 15 minutes to make it easier to work with. From here, form all of your patties, and then you can store them for a visit with friends or for meal planning, or throw them straight into the pan to cook. Over a medium heat, each patty should take about 3 to 5 minutes aside. You're just looking for them to crisp on the outside and turn a nice golden brown on each side. And if you're making a large batch, you can even bake these rather than grilling them up, though I personally don't think the texture is quite as good. To bake them though, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and place them on a lined baking tray or silicone baking mat and bake for 20 minutes, flipping halfway through. Once they're cooked, we can set one up on a whole wheat bun with our favorite fixings and dig in for a taste test. I've put these patties through the fall apart test multiple times, and they hold up to the last bite. The flax egg is the big binder here, but I've tested it without, and they still hold up pretty well without it. So if you don't have ground flax seeds on hand, you can skip it in a pinch. The patties have really good flavor, go great between two pieces of bread, and complement the traditional hamburger fixings perfectly. It's an easy and healthy whipped together recipe that you can easily make for dinner or take to your next get together. For how it stacks up against an alternative, you can check out the full nutrition label on the blog that links out to Chronometer, but this recipe is going to be the same as all my others. When comparing it to a non-vegan or processed vegan option without specialty items or animal products, it will cost you less to make. With plant-based ingredients, it'll have more fiber, and without oil or butter, you'll get to eat more of it for the same number of calories. So that is it for today's recipe. If you try it out, let me know in the comments. You can also subscribe to my blog for recipes right to your inbox and connect with me on social media for day-to-day content. Also, as always, if you have got a recipe idea and you want me to make it for you, let me know that in the comments as well. I'm always looking for new inspiration. And don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, give this video a thumbs up, and come back next time. Bye.